Okay. Oh my God. All that matters. I found my pink lady apples. They're kind of small, but I found my pink lady apples, and they're organic. And I found them at the store called Smith's, and I'm having some California rolls. Oh shoot! You better. Hold on a second. All right. Hi, welcome to Be So Light. I'm delirious now. I have to laugh because I've been driving since 8:30 this morning. I have some thoughts running through my mind right now. Okay. Hold on. If you were in the car with me, you heard some of the things going on. First of all, let's back up, shall we? The title is I am in Utah, Park City. Are you healing? Okay, so let's start back. Damn, I never seen so much desert, so much white Great Lakes salt, Utah salt, and then somebody in their little family van was gonna decided to take their van across the salt area. Yeah, I don't think that was a good idea. Um, they actually got stuck in that. I guess they've been stuck there for a little bit because there was a Jeep that was was I guess trying to help them pull out of the salt area. And all I could think of is, well, that's something you don't see every day. That's something you don't see every day. People deciding that they're gonna drive on a salt sandy lake area that's slightly mixed up with water and sand, and the salt is sitting on top of it. Probably no sand in it, but it's probably just it gives the illusion that it's solid. And I said, there is no way on this green planet that I would take my Honda Civic, my Mystic Knight, black, and drive it all in that salt. I'm sorry. Salt! A little salt. What part is salt? You're not kidding. It's salt. You're driving across. I don't think that mixed very well with things underneath the car. Just saying. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure if you did something like a dune buggy or something like that, it would be appropriate for sure. But no, I would never take my regular vehicle and drive it all across. doing that. I was just flabbergasted when I saw that. I was like, what are they thinking? Now they're stuck. I wonder. I hope they have AAA. Yes, please. so so I'm driving, and you know how you start to get a little tired, and then all of a sudden, when I hit, no, let me back up. So I'm going past I think it was Winnegar, right before you get to the state line of Utah. And I thought it was kind of interesting because I'm driving, and I said, well, let me get out, get some gas. And the casinos had like maybe 10 cars in front of it, one of them that I drove past. And I rested a little bit, and then finally got back on 80 East and started driving. And then it was like, thank you for visiting Nevada. Welcome to Utah. And I was like, shit, I was right there. Didn't know that. So here I am. I'm driving, and I'm having these thoughts about when you're healing and what goes on in your mind. And I remember, and I'm going to share this. I remember, now imagine this, being a licensed nurse, and all you do is you take care of everybody else and their illnesses, and you take care of them, and you're always taking care of other people. And then something starts to brew in your body. You find a lump in your neck, and you're like trying to figure out, wow, and you get a sore throat and it doesn't go away. You have it like for 2 months, and the nodule's getting bigger, and the back of your throat is getting, the tonsils are turning white, and it's everything is not right. And you go into the doctors, and they do a biopsy. And when they get the test back, they come into the office, and they look at you and say, well, this is 99 point, we're pretty sure you have Hodgkin's. Non-Hodgkin's, we don't know which one, but it is cancerous. And when a doctor comes into the room, and this goes for that person, is going to note it, how you said it, and they're going to think that, oh crap, I either got to fight for my life or I'm going to die. And I watch how a lot of doctors, they do this. They give this diagnosis, and then especially when they say there's nothing that we can do. Now, I've had it where when I first had cervical cancer, I've gotten that. And a pap smear just kept coming back abnormal, abnormal. And she thought it was really weird. And she says, what's going on with this? You were fine, and now all of a sudden this is abnormal, abnormal. And it was spreading, it was going, and it was turning to a stage 4. After I did um, a drug for 6 months that was supposed to stop the endometriosis, the fibroid tumors, and to stop that, I had 3 things going on. And I thought it was kind of interesting because I remember then, once again, sitting in the doctor's office, and I remember she came in with my chart, and she says, okay, we had you on 6 months of the injections. It's supposed to stop the cancer cells from spreading, and you know, it looks like it sped it up. It made it move faster, and I remember she got tears in her eyes, and I'll never forget her name. Her name was Dr. LeBou. And she stood there and she says, Felicia, we worked side by side, And she just started crying. And I said, well, what's wrong? Just tell me what is it in the ovaries now? And she said, there's nothing enough I can do. There's nothing I can do. Nothing we can do except for do a surgery, and I have to give you a hysterectomy. And at that time, I was only, I think 20, 23, 20, 23. I think I was 23, 24 going on in that, right in there. And she says, you haven't even had any children yet. And this was supposed to slow the process down so you could have a child and put everything in remission. And I just remember her looking at me and she was sad. And I remember right then and there, and I said, don't worry about it. Let's do the surgery. Do you think I'm going to have to be on chemo or radiation afterwards? Now, this was before I was on my spiritual path the way I am now. I was spiritual, connected, but I was still kind of doing the whole religion thing and flowing into that and whatever at that time. That's who I was at that time, that timeline, on a different timeline now. So I looked at her and I said, it's okay. Let's just do the surgery and I won't be able to have any children. That's okay. There must be a reason because I must have something that I have to do. She goes, okay. So I had the surgery and I remember my doing that and I was thinking to myself, okay. And then 10 years later, I get the weird thing in the neck. So I look at my life and I say, what was I afraid of in my creativity as a woman here? I was afraid to become a mom. I was scared to death to be a mom. And because I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to not I didn't want to not be a good mom. I wanted to be the best mom, but I didn't want to fail at it. And I was scared to be a mom. So my fear of becoming or being a mom started manifesting down there. Because I would literally say, I don't think I can be a mom. I don't think I can do it because I feared it. Okay, so that was took myself out on that. Then when this started happening, I wasn't speaking my truth. I kept shoving stuff down and kept being quiet about things and oh, it's okay, it's fine, everything's fine. Put that fine look on your face and it's okay, it's fine, I'm fine. You know, um, and then I would do that whole thing, blowing everything up, and I would just stuff it down, and then finally, when the tumor just got there, and then the tonsils started getting all weird, and then all the tests were like, no, we got to take it out, da 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 da. It was all about learning to speak my truth and learning to say no when I needed to say no, yes when I needed to say yes, and being okay with just saying, you know what, I'm not up to doing that, or I don't want to do this anymore. And one of the things that really was holding me in that space was not really being true to myself, not really being happy. I was doing my LVN, I was doing my nursing career, I was going to go in for my RN, and I really, I started saying, I really don't want to do my RN. And then I started feeling bad because everybody's, oh, you got to get your RN, you got to get another degree. I said, well, I already have an AS degree, and I'm the first LVN that graduated with an LVN and an AS degree, and you know, at the school I went to, and they never seen that. They see it the other way. And I said, well, I always do things very uniquely. So anyway, the reason why I bring this up It's because, are you healing? Sometimes you got to go back. You have to go back to when it first started. When the first illness signs came in, you got to go back. When it first started. When did it first start? Go back. What were you doing? What did you not do? What did you not say? What were you trying to say? What were you participating in at the time when this started to occur? When did this start? When did the dis-ease start? When did it start? So a lot of people, they get dis-ease in the body, and they're caught up in the moment when it's happening, and then they get the thing of, well, how long have you had this, and da 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 da. Well, I don't know. It started, I think, a few months ago or whatever. When did this kick up? And you go there. But if you've had any signs of the body telling you something's wrong, go back to that time. What was happening at that time? What were you angry about? What were you resentful about? What were you sad about? What were you depressed about? What was going on? Was there a loss of a job, a loss of a home, loss of a relationship? Was there a loss of something? What emotional trauma impacted your body at that time to make you feel as though something's not right in your body? Okay, you got to go back to when it first started. You got to go back. You have to. And that's the key. And this is for the healers. That's the key to finding the root cause of what's happening. So a lot of times we're afraid to go back to take a look at what caused it. When did this all start? When did it come in, and when did this happen to me? You have to go back and take a look. When did that impact you? Sometimes we have traumas that come into the body that creates the illness, and sometimes you have to go back to find out what's causing it, so that you can, what I call, deactivate the energy or decord it, to remove it out of your space. So for a lot of people, it's different when you're having to look at illness. Now, remember, when you're dealing with tumors, you're dealing with cancers, whatever it is, especially tumors. Tumors is all about encapsulated resentment, anger, frustration, things that are holding on to the body. They're little tumors that do that. When it's a cancer of itself and it just keeps spreading, dispersing in places, that cancer is like saying, I'm going to eat at you. And it's attached to a deep trauma, emotional thing of what's eating at you. What is eating at you? What are you holding on to that has caused grief and resentment and fear and anger, especially anger? That resentment is that anger. So that's what those tumors do. And this was the anger and resentment of not being able to speak my truth, not being able to say what I wanted to really say. Because a lot of times when you're in nursing and people are doing things they shouldn't be doing, you want to just say, why are you doing that? Why can't you think of something better to do for yourself? Or why are you choosing that route? Why don't you do something different? And, you can't say that because you're the nurse and you're there to provide the service of helping and caretaking that person so they can get better and then go home and take their pills. So, or live their life. So here's the thing. Go back to when your illness first started. Was it correlated with a job? Do you know a lot of people have depression and anxiety and stuff that's associated with a job? And they take pills just so they can stay at the job? I want you to think about that. You go through anxiety, depression, sadness, and you get put on pills to help calm that down so you can stay at a job that creates that for you. Think about it. Why would you medicate yourself so that you could do a job that obviously is stealing your life force? It's not making you happy. Think about that. Then there is the staying in the relationships. There's one thing that will happen. If you're trying to fight cancer and you're in a not a good relationship that's not supportive, that hasn't been supportive, that has been abusive in any way, shape, or form, a lot of times people can't do both. They can't fight the relationship resentment energy versus the cancers. They can't do both. Something has to give. So they just check out. They just check out. They can't do it all. So are you healing? Are you? What are you willing to really look at? Because healing is this. When something comes in and it invades your body, you have an opportunity to review and ask yourself, okay, why is this here? What is the lesson? What am I supposed to change in myself so that this can change, so I don't have to keep this anymore? What do I need to do? Remember, it goes back to that one thing I was taught. If A is the cancer, what does B have to be in order for you to get C? What does it have to be for you to get C? So I want you to think about, what will it take? Because if you manifested it, you have to unmanifest it. You have to get rid of it. You can't just keep it, you know, keep it going and then expect others to come in and clean that up. It doesn't work like that. Everyone is accountable for what they bring into their body that is causing the dis-ease. It is a way that the body is telling you, I am not happy. I am not joyful. I am feeling like I don't want to live in this body anymore. I am not living my life. So think about this. If you manifested something from being fearful, worried, resentful, angry, and it's settled into your body and is now showing itself, is taking on its physical form, what are you willing to do to change it? It means you have to look at what caused it. You have to be able to go in there and do the work. And don't blame this on God. Please don't do that, because God would never give you an illness to begin with. Don't do that. Look in the mirror and get real with the self. Strip down to the bone and get real with the self. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? When did it all start? Go back and ask yourself. Pull out a pen, pull out a journal, write. When did it all start? What was happening in your life 3, 5, 6, 10 years ago, 20 years ago? And here it is right now. What was happening? What caused it? What were you not happy with? A lot of times our bodies stay in this fight mode. We're constantly emotionally fighting, spiritually fighting, physically fighting. mentally fighting, whatever it is we're fighting against. We're fighting our past, what happened to us in childhood. We're fighting what happened to us and when we were growing up. We're fighting the fact if our mothers or father loved us, or did they die, or did they leave us. We're fighting we're fighting the abandonment issues. We're fighting our addictions. When are we going to stop fighting? Start healing. Start forgiving the self. Start loving the self to heal. When are we ready to do that? Yeah, this is kind of deep because this is what happens when you're driving through the desert area and salt land, and that's all you have to look at. Like, damn, this is it. So, this is where everything is right now. So, I'm inviting you to really look at, are you happy? What would it take for you to be happy? What would it take for you to be healthy? What would it take for you to live a beautiful life? What would it take? I think all of us have a beautiful life in a very special and unique way. We have to recognize what is the beauty in our life. Am I breathing? Yep. Am I above ground? Yep. Can I move my arms? Can I walk? Yes. Can I open and close my mouth? Yes. Can I drink water? Yes. What is your check off in your life? What is it? So I wanted to come on and share this because when you're driving, and by the way, I did let my mom and my dad know. She took it quite good. She was like, "All right." She kind of dropped in, that mother tongue. All right, where are you? And I was like, "Well, I'm driving." I'm watching you now. That's my mom. I was like, I'm driving across Nevada. Where are you going? Go help someone. Where? Oklahoma. Okay. She drops into that. Okay. She goes, hold on a second. Let me get a pen and paper. So I have my mom and dad tracking me. And remember, I leave information where I am. I check in on Instagram and leave a live and everything. But I just like last night. Remember the room I stayed in last night? That was a good room. This room is nice. This is another nice room. It's pretty. It has nice colors, nice bath. I'll show you guys. I'm gonna show this because my mom is watching, and then I'm gonna take time to eat. So okay, so this is my bed. Just checked in. This is the sitting area. Kind of like that looks like something from the 60s or 70s, and then this lamp thing. That's kind of cool. I think it's. Oh, see, hold on a second. Well, that's kind of bright. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And this is outside. I'm not too impressed with outside. Outside looks kind of like something from The Hills Have Eyes type of thing. Yeah. So I got my travel stuff, my TV, got my bag sitting up here, got cabinet, place to put your stuff. They put all your stuff now when they're changing rooms. They put your stuff in a bag, and you have to wear a mask when you walk out in the hallways and stuff. Got a little refrigerator. Little place. Nice little bathroom. The tub is nice. It's still not deep like that other one. This is a little bit shallower, but it's good for a good soak. This right here, uh, look at this. Look, there's a problem. Look at this. Okay, here's the door. Now watch. Oh, yeah. What were they thinking on that part? I don't know what they were thinking on that part. Anyway, slight little. I think I'm gonna miss a little bit of points on that. So this is where I am, and have some time to kind of do what I need to do. So I will be back on the road tomorrow, still staying on 80 East until I get to Cheyenne. Then when I get to Cheyenne, I can drop down to 25. And then 25 will take me to 70 if it's open. And then after that, I can go to Colorado. I'll be dropping down into Colorado. And then after that, I'll be in Oklahoma. So that's the report, peoples. So the beginning, when I started, I was laughing my butt off because there's nothing like when you're so tired. I've been driving since 8:30 this morning. And I finally, when I got off that ramp and I just saw, okay, let me get off. And I didn't even know where I was. I was like, I just see a hotel thing. I see HG. Let me go to IHG and get there. And then I got sidetracked because I didn't know what side it was on, and I didn't know it was like tucked away behind some building down a back, like cold area. So here I am sitting at the signal light, and it's a yellow light, and it says yield at the yellow arrow, and it's blinking. So you can make a turn on it, but that oncoming traffic was coming. And I said, I am not putting myself, better show me a green arrow. I'm not doing nothing on the yellow. So this car behind me blows his horn. Now they know I'm from California. If you Utah and you see my license plate says California, you know I'm not going to get out there and turn on that yellow. I don't care. No, because it'd be my luck. I get out there and somebody, so she came out. Well, it says right there I could do it. Yield. So I waited till it turned green so I could be safe. So there's options. I'm not going to be trying to do all that. They be playing. And here's the thing. This is weird. When you come into Utah, ooh, look at the spirit. Did y'all see that? Shut up. Did you see that? I got goosebumps. That was a relative. Did you see it? It came woo and it went down. Okay, play that back. That was a pretty big orb. So get this. I got goosebumps. That's a relative. Woo. So get this. When you're driving into Utah, when you see those signs over this freeway, it'll say COVID, wear your mask, wash your hands. Okay. Didn't see one sign about COVID. Since yesterday, since I've been driving, I haven't seen nothing. Nothing about a mask, nothing about wash your hands, nothing. Drunk driving, buzz driving is the same as drunk driving. Haven't seen any of that. Nothing in California, nothing in Nevada. Haven't seen it yet. But when you come to Utah, they do things like this. This highway has death numbers of 149 up to count this year. This highway has that, and I'm like, I don't need to be knowing how this highway keeps tallies of who dies on it. No. So every time I would see it, I go, seeing that, I'm looking at that. I don't know anything about that. So, anyway, lovelies, I have to get myself situated. I'm gonna have me some beautiful sushi. I'm not gonna turn it because it'll spill. Um, and I'm gonna have me a beautiful organic pink apple. So good. Look, I manifested it. Just down round the corner from where I'm staying. Went into the little, what is this store? Smith's. The young lady says, "Oh, do you have some kind of card thing?" I said, "Oh no, honey, I don't have a card thing. I'm just driving through." And she goes, "You don't want to stay?" I'm like, "No, I need to keep going. I want to stay? No." All right, lovelies. I gotta eat and take care of me and get some rest. Be good to yourself, mom, dad. Love you. I'll let you know when I'm timing out. Josh and James and Ken and everyone has got Carrie. Everyone, love you, love you, love you. Everyone's got their beautiful orbs of light protection as I make my drive. It's fine. I'm just tired, y'all. I'm just tired. Just what's this truck doing? Ah. Okay. Okay, I'm fine. And then it's okay. What's going on here? Okay. Oh, this car's coming up pretty fast. Oh, wow. Wow. You're really going over 80 miles an hour. Alrighty then. Driving, flashing lights. Oh, like pull that car over. Oh, okay. So that's events of the day. I keep it real and I just keep flowing. So they don't be playing out here when it comes to giving your butt a ticket. So sometimes I drive below the speed limit just on purpose. Just on purpose. And then when I got to go to a gas station, Mom, you're going to love this. Okay? You're going to love this. I think I freaked out the lady behind the thing. So I got my bandana on. Yeah, this is what I wear. See that? Yeah. So I go in and I put my gas card in. My card, not my gas card, put my card in. I say, yeah, I'd like to have 15, 20, whatever. And then when I'm walking up, because if I see anything strange, like someone, I'm like, I get the, like, don't mess with me look. It's the, and then I'll be gentle. Oh, thank you, thank you. Then if I feel like danger is around, looking like a ninja. I can't do this. All right. Anyway, love you. Gotta eat something. I'm delirious now. I digress. All right. Yes, please. What do? All right. Love you, love you, love you. I gotta get some rest. Gotta do some research. All right. Be good to yourself. Love you all. Bye.